She loved her students like no one could love her students.
A popular teacher is remembered after a devastating loss. Only Wink News is in Northport, where a woman who bettered her entire community is being mourned. History on the high seas. The first American cruise ship in half a century is headed to Havana. And double the diplomas. Wink News introduces you to a mother and son who earned their degrees together.
Live from Southwest Florida's news leader, this is Wink News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Lindsay Sablon. We'll get to all those stories in just a moment, but first let's check in with meteorologist Eric Stone. Hey Eric.
Hey Lindsay.
Today, Northport High School remembered a loving, caring teacher who will be missed by many people she worked with. Ann Gordon, or Miss Gordon as many knew her, was shot and killed in a McDonald's parking lot Friday. Charlotte County deputies say her estranged husband pulled the trigger right in front of her young son. Only Wink News was at Gordon's school today and talked to one of her best friends who says she still can't believe Gordon is gone. Deputies say Ann Gordon's estranged husband Hugh turned the gun on himself after killing Ann Friday night. Their son was not hurt. Deputies say tonight he's safe and being taken care of. New tonight, Crime Stoppers needs your help finding this man. These security camera pictures show the suspect casually walking up to a home in Lehigh Acres and stealing a water tank. This is the second time this home in the 2700 block of Sunshine Boulevard has been hit. That man took off in a white Chevy Astrovan. If you know who he is, call Crime Stoppers. This week kicks off National Arson Awareness Week, and state officials are warning everyone to take action to prevent wildfires. Just 2 days ago, fire crews responded to a 5-acre blaze in Lehigh Acres. That has now been deemed suspicious. Homeowners should clean out excessive vegetation and trim back shrubs to keep your property safe. Between 2010 and 2014, 14% of wildfires reported in the state were arson. 5 people, including 3 children, are recovering tonight after a bad crash in the Cape. This video posted to Facebook shows debris scattered across Kismet Parkway yesterday. Police say the SUV went off the road, rolling several times. The 2 adults were thrown from the car and seriously hurt. The 3 children had minor injuries. From Wink News Campaign Central, the stakes are high as the race for the White House moves to Indiana this week. A new poll out today shows Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton with a slim lead in the state over Bernie Sanders. Meanwhile, Republican frontrunner Donald Trump appears to be unstoppable. Wink News reporter Brooke Silva Braga has the latest from the campaign trail.
So when I hear Donald Trump,
Clinton is 223 delegates shy of winning the Democratic Party's nomination. Governor Rick Scott is headed west in an effort to lure businesses to Florida. He'll spend 3 days in California meeting with leaders of 13 companies. Prior to the trip, Florida's Economic Development Agency paid for radio ads criticizing California's decision to eventually lift the minimum wage to $15. Democrats called it an inappropriate use of taxpayer money. Right now, for the first time in more than 50 years, a U.S. cruise ship is on its way to Cuba. The Carnival Adonia raised up its anchor about 90 minutes ago with 700 passengers on board. Also happening today, the elephants at Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus will take their final bows. The last 11 female elephants touring with the greatest show on earth are giving their final performances tonight in Providence, Rhode Island. It's the end of a 145-year tradition that's been heavily criticized by animal activists who believe the elephants were being abused. The elephants will retire to their permanent home, Ringling's Center for Elephant Conservation, which is here in Florida. Happening now, turtle nesting season is underway, and experts hope a positive 4-year trend will continue. Female turtles have been coming ashore in higher numbers since 2012, and for the first time, 2 volunteers are going to patrol the beach on Sanibel 4 or 5 nights a week to tag the mother turtles. Now, there are things that you can do to help make sure it's a good season. Don't disturb turtles or their nests, refrain from lighting the beach at night, and clear the beach of furniture and debris. The season runs through the end of October. Breaking right now, demonstrators are taking to the streets of Seattle. They're protesting May Day. The event is for support of worker and immigrant rights. Demonstrations are going on right now in several cities nationwide. It's part of the call for better wages for workers and an end to deportations and support for an Obama administration plan to give work permits to immigrants in the country illegally whose children are American citizens. Well, it was a big day for one family. A mother and son graduated from FGCU. Only Wink News was there to share their journey. And a story of survival. A tornado splits a man's home in half and he walks away unharmed. Hear from him right after the break. Tonight, we're hearing from one of the survivors of the nasty storms that pummeled East Texas. 2 confirmed tornadoes caused damage in the town of Lindale on Friday. That's about 90 miles east of Dallas. One of the twisters ripped through a man's home, splitting it in 2. He says there was little warning before the storm hit, but people were quick to rush in and help him.
We're going to tarp the house.
The National Weather Service confirms it was an EF2 tornado with peak winds at 125 miles per hour. And while they were dealing with severe weather on Friday and throughout the weekend, it's been a drastically different story here. We've been lucky. It's been beautiful.
That's right, sure has. A couple of rain areas now forming in Lee County, one down in Collier County, but most of us did stay dry today. That was expected.
Only on Wink, a once-in-a-lifetime celebration for one Southwest Florida family. A mother and her son graduated from Florida Gulf Coast University. Earlier today, 44-year-old Keila Delgado, a single mom, and her son, Jonathan, both walked across the stage to get their degrees. Wink News reporter Nicole Valdez was there to capture the memorable journey. Keila graduates summa cum laude with a bachelor's in sociology and anthropology. Meanwhile, Jonathan earned a bachelor's in education with a minor in social work. They both plan on getting their master's, and congratulations to both of you. Meantime, first daughter Malia Obama has her sights set on Harvard. The president's daughter will take a year off after high school to attend Harvard in 2017. Malia visited at least a dozen schools before making her decision. President Obama says he turned down an invitation to speak at her high school graduation next month because his emotions would get the best of him. Firefighters have tough jobs. They fight flames, rescue people and pets. But it's not every day they have to coax a bear out of a building. That's exactly the situation Eagle River firefighters in Colorado found themselves in. Look at that. A man living in a second-story apartment says he found the bear rummaging through his refrigerator, so he quickly locked himself in his bedroom. Smart guy. Luckily, no one was hurt. Investigators think a door or a window was left ajar, and that is how that bear got in. He looks scared. Take a look at this new video of beds flying down Duval Street in Key West. It's the 33rd year for the island's Conch Republic Independence celebration. The event raises money for the Florida Keys AIDS Help Organization.
Professional athletes, it's a story you'll only see on Wink, and we have one really happy Patriots fan
I love his mom.
at the desk.
I love his mom. Between his mom and Tom Brady's mom, great people there.
Did she share what her secret was for raising such successful athletes?
A lot of food and a lot of hard work, taking them to all their practices.
I bet.
Nice.
I can't wait to see the story. Well, thanks so much for joining us. For more local news, make the switch over to WXCW right now.